teachers and learners. Today, we will explore on how we can use Casio ClassPad.net and Casio 991 ClassWiz in exploring probabilities. In this video, we will focus on maximizing the use of ClassPad.net and explore probabilities with MathBox in our Casio 991 ClassWiz. There are two types of probability. The classical probability, where all outcomes have equal chance of occurring, and the experimental probability, whose outcome is based on actual data from an experiment. Let's focus on classical probability. Since in classical probability, there is an equal chance for the outcome, when we roll a die, the probability of getting a 3 is 1/6, and the probability of getting a 6 is 1/6 as well. Now, for experimental probability, we focus on outcome based on actual experiment. In our Casio 991 ClassWiz calculator, we can generate the outcome through simulation. The calculator can do the experiment for us. Let's try. The experiment is throwing the die 10 times. What could be the possible outcome? First, we go to our Casio ClassPad.net. We click on ClassPad Math, which I already did. That's why the feature is on ClassPad.net already. Then we right-click and choose the emulator. Make sure that our emulator is the 991 ClassWiz. The Casio emulator will give us the idea on how we can actually simulate throwing a die 10 times. So let's click on arrow down and look for MathBox. Then, once we have MathBox already, we click on Exe. Since we are rolling a die, we go to Dice Roll and click on Exe, which is already on the screen. For the number of dice we are throwing, the default is 1, and we do need 1 die, so we click on arrow down. Since we are tasked to do the experiment 10 times, we click on arrow right, and we key in 10 for the attempts. 10. We click on Exe twice to confirm, then we click on Exe. We have a choice between list and relative frequency. This time, let's take a look at all the outcomes from the experiment. So we click on Exe. The list of outcomes will appear, just like what we have here. If we want to know all the outcomes, for the first row, we have a 5. For the second row, we have a 4. For the third, we have a 3. And so on, moving down until the 10th row, we have a 6. So this means that these are the all possible outcomes from the simulation. This time, let's look at the relative frequency. So we click on the back button, and we're back on list and relative frequency. We click on arrow down, and the relative frequency will appear on the screen, which also tell us the probability based on the experiment generated in our 991 ClassWiz. For the probability, what is the probability of getting a 5 based on the data? So we click on arrow down to look at the probability of getting a 5, and the answer is 0.2. How about the probability of getting a 2 based on the data? So we click on arrow up and look for 2, and the probability of getting a 2 is 0.1. So that's how we simulate throwing a die in experimental probability. That's it for now. We hope you enjoyed our video on exploring probabilities with Casio 991 ClassWiz using MathBox. Till next time, see ya!